In the vast, sun-scorched savannah, where survival is written into every grain of dust and every shifting shadow, a small but fearless creature begins another chapter in the relentless cycle of life. The honey badger, known for its unyielding spirit and extraordinary resilience, moves steadily through the tall, dry grass, its body low to the ground, senses alert to every sound, every scent carried by the wind. This is not merely a search for food or territory. This is something deeper, something instinctive, a drive to create life, to protect it, and to fight for it against all odds. As the first light of dawn spreads across the horizon, a second figure appears in the distance. Another honey badger. Their paths cross cautiously, their movements deliberate. They circle, sniffing, testing the air and each other. In the wild, trust is never given freely, but instinct recognizes instinct. Slowly, tension gives way to acceptance. A bond begins to form, fragile yet powerful, shaped by the unforgiving demands of survival. Together, they move across the open land, searching for a place that offers both shelter and concealment. The savannah is beautiful, but it is also merciless. Every open space is a risk. Every shadow may hide a threat. After careful exploration, they choose a patch of earth slightly elevated, surrounded by sparse vegetation. It is not perfect, but it is enough. It will have to be. With powerful claws, they begin to dig. The soil breaks apart under their relentless effort, flying backward in bursts of dust. Inch by inch, the earth opens, forming a tunnel that will soon become a sanctuary. Inside, the light fades, replaced by dim, protective darkness. Close in, creating a space where vulnerability can exist, if only for a moment. This is where new life will begin. Days pass. The rhythm of survival continues. The male ventures out, covering vast distances in search of food, while the female remains closer to the burrow, her movements slower now, her body changing. The weight she carries is more than physical. It is the future. Then, in the quiet stillness of the burrow, beneath layers of earth and silence, the moment arrives. Life emerges in its most fragile form. Tiny, blind, and helpless, the newborns cling to warmth and instinct. The mother responds immediately, cleaning them, protecting them, her body forming a living barrier between them and the world beyond. Every breath, every movement is deliberate. There is no room for error. Outside, the world does not pause. The wind continues to sweep across the land. Predators continue their search, and high above, unseen but ever watchful, another presence enters the story. The bald eagle glides effortlessly through the sky, its sharp eyes scanning the terrain below. From this height, nothing escapes its gaze. Movement, shape, vulnerability. It sees it all, and what it sees now is opportunity. The burrow is well hidden, but not invisible. The faint disturbances in the earth, the subtle patterns of movement, the occasional emergence of life at its entrance. These are clues. The eagle circles once, and again, each pass lower than the last. It is patient, but does not rush. In the wild, timing is everything. Inside the burrow, the mother senses a change. A shift in the air, a subtle vibration carried through the ground. She lifts her head, her body tense, instincts firing. The young stir beside her, unaware of the danger that is already descending from the sky. And then it happens. With astonishing speed, the eagle folds its wings and dives. The air itself seems to tear apart as it cuts downward, with force, precision, and power. The ground rushes up to meet it. The moment is sudden, violent, and unstoppable. At the entrance of the burrow, one of the young has wandered too close to the left. It is a moment of innocence, of curiosity, and it is enough. The eagle strikes, talons extend, gripping with lethal accuracy. In an instant, the fragile life is lifted from the ground, carried upward into the sky. Dust explodes into the air. The world fractures into chaos. The mother lunges forward, but she is too late. She stops at the entrance, her body trembling with tension, her eyes locked on the sky as the eagle rises higher and higher, taking with it a part of her world. There is no sound but the wind, fading through the trees. The loss is immediate, absolute. For a moment, everything is still. The survivor has not moved longer. The remaining young pups float together, their tiny bodies seeking warmth, safety, something familiar in a world that is already proven its cruel. The mother turns back to them, her instincts overriding everything else. No matter what has been lost, what remains must be protected. As the sun begins to fall, the male returns. His body bears the marks of struggle, dust, scratches, exhaustion. He senses the change immediately. The tension, the absence. He moves closer, cautious, alert. Inside the burrow, the truth becomes clear. There is no understanding of loss in the way humans know it. But there is recognition. Something is missing. Something has changed. And with that recognition comes a shift, a sharpening of instinct, a readiness for what may come next. Because the threat is now gone. High above, the eagle still circles. Darkness begins to settle over the land, painting the sky in deep shades of orange and purple. The air cools. The tension remains. The two honey badgers emerge from the burrow, standing side by side. Their bodies are low, their muscles tight, their focus unwavering. They are no longer simply survivors. They are defenders. The eagle descends once more. This time, it does not catch them unprepared. The dive is fast, precise, deadly. But as it nears the ground, the response is immediate. The male lunges forward, jaws snapping, claws tearing at the air. The female moves in from the side, relentless, fearless. Together, they form a barrier of resistance that the eagle did not anticipate. The collision is chaotic. Wings beat violently against the air, kicking up dust and debris. The ground trembles under the force of movement. The eagle strikes, but it cannot find its target. The honey badgers do not retreat. They advance. Again and again, they push forward, forcing the predator back. For the first time, balance shifts. The eagle, powerful as it is not invincible. It hesitates. It pulls away. And then, with one final burst of effort, it lifts itself back into the sky, retreating into the fading light. Silence returns. But it is not the same silence as before. It is heavily marked. The honey badgers remain at the entrance of their burrow. Their bodies still tense, their eyes scanning the darkness of light. They have no more traditional senses. But they have also endured. And in the wild, endurance waits once more. Inside the burrow, the mother curls and the lure remaining young, her body rising and falling with each breath. Outside, the male keeps watch, moving slowly, methodically, guarding the fragile line between life and death. Days pass, the young grow. They begin to move, to explore, to test the boundaries of their world. Small steps at first, hesitant and uncertain, then stronger, more confident. They dig, they hunt, they learn. The lessons of survival are unforgiving, but they are necessary. And always, the parents are there, watching, guiding, protecting. The memory of what was lost does not disappear. It lingers in every cautious movement, every glance toward the sky. But it also shapes what comes next. Strength, resilience, instinct. As the seasons begin to shift and the young grows into independence, the time comes for change once more. The bond that once defined survival must now give way to solitude. This is the final lesson. To live alone, to face the world without protection, to become what the wild demands. At the edge of the savannah, under the fading glow of the setting sun, the young honey badger pauses. It looks back, just for a moment, toward the place where its journey began. Then, without hesitation, it turns and moves forward, disappearing into the vast, endless landscape. The cycle continues, unforgiving, relentless, and beautifully, brutally alive.